What's going on, guys? This is Tyler Weeb from Physique, and you know what day it is. It is Physique update time. Yes, it has been another week, and we've had some awesome developments. Can't wait to tell you about. So, to recap, just quick, last week, if you have not seen that video, just go ahead and go check it out. But we did have to make some changes because fat loss did slow down. So we made changes. Starting there, I saw a nice quick drop coming right out of that Wednesday. Now, hunger's starting to set in, but we're still doing well. We had the drop. Monday morning, wake up, guess who's up? This guy. Yes, the weight jumped right back up to 181. Not too sure why, but you know what? Sometimes the body can do crazy things. And this is something that I try and tell my clients. The body does crazy things. It can fluctuate. It will jump. Do not stress and do not worry about it. In the past, that's something that would have really caused me to freak out because, well, I'm back up 2 days away from check-in. But I got hit with a pretty nasty infection late last week. I actually had to go get antibiotics for it. My energy was zero. I would go into the gym just completely listless. And so my intensity just wasn't there. I ended up missing a full day of training and one HIIT session. And so I kind of figured that because my intensity hadn't been there and I also hadn't been in the gym as much as usual, the weight was just going to be bumped up a little bit. And so Tuesday, I actually finally felt my normal self again. So I went in, absolutely crushed some legs and some HIIT cardio. One of my better workouts in quite some time. I think my body was just so happy to be feeling normal again. Woke up Wednesday morning today, 179.1. So came right back down. But been talking with Paul about the schedule of shows, and so now we've actually changed some things around. I will be competing now in the OCB, not the NPC, and I'll actually be heading to Buffalo probably September 8th. So we're gonna have a show a week earlier than that was originally planned. So we got to get a bit more aggressive because now we really have something in mind, and we've got to get about another 10 pounds down to get ready for stage weight. So really 7 weeks, because the last week is peak week and you're not losing weight during that week. Well, I mean, you might drop, but the goal isn't to be continuing fat loss phase. The goal is to fill out for the show. So really 7 more weeks to diet in. We got 10 pounds to go. So, I mean, we're looking at, that 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds a week that we got to push. So even though I was down nearly 1.5 pounds this week, decided to make changes because we are in grind mode. It is time to push. It is time to get as shredded as possible in the next 7 weeks. And you know what? That's okay. Again, previously I think I would have been scared of these cuts. I would have been loath to have these cuts. It would have stressed me out because I would have felt like I didn't do a good enough job this week. But there is a goal in mind, and that goal is to get the pro card and do very well, obviously, at this first show. And so my mindset is, let's do it. I am willing to do whatever it takes to get me absolutely in peak condition for this show. And so we've actually done something a little bit differently. Now we have 5 days of a certain macro number. So we are at 235, 170, and 55 fats for 5 days in a row. Now we've got 2 refeed days in a row. So then we go into 205, 250, and we're keeping fats right around 55. Just to really get me those low days, really push the body, but then give the metabolism and the mental side a little bit of a break 2 days in a row. So we also bumped up cardio to 200 total minutes a week with 2 HIIT sessions still, and we're just keeping that at 6 sprints, right? Because you do need to keep recovery in mind. So I know that hunger is really going to start to set in right now. This is kind of the real grind it out, embrace the hunger, do what you need to do. And so I have really been switching to a lot more voluminous foods. So we're going a lot of veggies, you know, medium amounts of fruit, and then protein, just keeping it simple. Ground beef, chicken, maybe we'll throw in some pork loin in there, maybe steak, we'll see. But we're just gonna be keeping it simple here on out, just to really make sure that we're on point and we're pushing hard for that September 8th show. So I'm excited. I am still a little bit scared for the hunger. I've only been this low calorie-wise one other time, and that was my last show 4 years ago. I mean, I still remember what the hunger was like, but I don't think you really truly remember what it's like to experience it again. And so I know some days are going to be tough, but I'm already preparing myself mentally for those and just learning to embrace it and know that, you know, I'm doing this for a reason. It's only 7 weeks. We can do this. You can do anything for 7 weeks, right? So that's where we're at right now. 7 more weeks to peak week, 8 more weeks to show day. I'm super excited. Posing is really starting to come together. Maybe I'll put together a little bit of a video of me posing for next week, and we'll have that attached to the update. So be on the lookout for that, and maybe not so much energy in these future videos, although I did just have some coffee, and so that always helps. All right, guys, that is gonna be everything for today. Super excited to show you guys these next 8 weeks, what it's gonna look like and what we're gonna bring to stage. Really appreciate you watching, following me along on this journey. It's pretty awesome. I mean, if you have any questions regarding my prep, your prep, training, nutrition, as usual, shoot me an email at tyler@prophysique.com or just leave it down below in the comments. All right, guys, have a fantastic Wednesday. We'll talk next week.